Live from the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, FATV presents coverage of Hockey Morning in Fitchburg. And this morning, we've got another hockey game for you today as the Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders take on the Spartans of Oakmont. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daniel Bolak. Happy to have you along with us here today on this holiday day. Well, this will be the first of two games we'll have for you on FATV. We'll have girls basketball a bit later on today between Fitchburg High School and Quabbin. But for this morning, the Red Raiders of Fitchburg Monty Tech taking on the Spartans of Oakmont, a game delayed by 9 days. We're supposed to play this game on the 9th. Oakmont had a couple issues, had to postpone. The Red Raiders were able to find an opponent in Littleton who also had the same misfortune with a game against Gardner. The two teams had their games postponed. They figured, oh, we can play that game. We can play together on that, use up the ice time. So that's what they did on the 9th. But now, at this time here, 11 in the morning on January the 18th, we'll go and get this game in as it was originally scheduled, more or less. These two teams getting to play. The Red Raiders coming into this game with a record of 2-0-1. Last saw them 2 days ago in Gardner, where they took down the Wildcats 4-0, in which they outshot Gardner by a margin of 50-13. The Red Raiders, led by Max Bolak, he had a 2-goal game, the 4th straight game against the Wildcats that he was able to put 2 on them. Sam Jaramillo and Jacob Pruno both got goals as well. For Jaramillo, that was his first varsity goal, and for Pruno, he's now got 3 goals from 3 games. As for Oakmont, they were finally able to get their first contest in 2 days ago. They're on the same amount of rest as the Red Raiders are. They took on the Crusaders of Groton Dunstable, a game won by Groton Dunstable by a score of 5-3. Isaac Hanula, Patrick O'Hara, and Evan Tebow had the goals for the Spartans in that one. Hanula, a goal and an assist. O'Hara and Tebow both with goals. And that's going to be something to watch for this Oakmont team, is the fact that they graduated a lot of their goal scorers from last year. They had 49 goals, 36 of them by players who have graduated. Charlie Chinian leading the charge there with 22. He's on to junior hockey now. And so only 13 goals scored by players returning to the Oakmont squad this season, led by Blake Riggins' 6. But interestingly enough, Isaac Hanula, Patrick O'Hara, and Evan Tebow, none of them scored goals last year. The 3 players, in fact, combined for 11 assists, but no goals. And so that's going to be something Oakmont is really going to want, is to get goals from players who weren't necessarily contributors in the past in that department. And another question mark for Oakmont as well is the goaltending. Graduating Jake Morin, who was an undeniably strong goaltender for the Spartans. It's a tough hole to fill. They've got a couple keepers who are going to try to make that happen. We're going to take a break for the national anthem, and we'll finish our point when we come back. Moments away from puck drop here in Fitchburg on Hockey Morning in Fitchburg between the Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders and the Oakmont Spartans. Daniel Bolak here with you. Now to finish the point that I was making before, since Oakmont graduated Jake Morin, who played all but one game last year for Oakmont. It means they have to go to relative inexperience in goal. Capel Wells is the starting netminder. He is a freshman. He played in half of a game last season against Grafton Valley Tech, went 14 for 17 in that one, went 25 for 30 on Saturday. The other option for the Spartans, Owen Richard, just an 8th grader. But the two keepers expect to be challenging throughout the season for the cage. As the puck is down and we're underway, and a quick shot there by Blake Riggins is kicked away by McCrillis. First shot of the game comes not even 10 seconds into the contest. The Raiders will dump in, and Evan Tebow behind the net. Spit it around the boards. Picked up by Riley LeBlanc on the near side. Zach Robillard trying to dig it out. We've got 3-4 players there, pretty close to a whistle, but they'll let him play on there. As once the scrum gets a little too large, they have to stop play there, but they did not in that case. Delayed offsides against Oakmont. They couldn't gain the zone. One of the players was way too early in on the rush. Wyatt Peters from behind his own net tries to pass that through, but it goes through the legs of Max Bolak. Comes to the near side, picked up by Ben Matson, captain of the Spartan side. Robillard spit it down, try to get it out of the zone. Oakmont will try to keep it in. Riggins behind the net. Pass doesn't go where he wants it to. Matson keeps it in at the left point. Raiders will move it around. Far side, Colin Hines will clear it out. Hops over the stick, and it won't be icing. Felt that Oakmont maybe eased off a little too much on that one. Tebow will have to go back and get that himself. Spartans in the road, dark green uniforms with white numbering trim going right to left in this contest. As carried up there by O'Hara. Now, the left circle, Drake Nelson thinking about a shot. A couple of Raider legs saying probably should think about something else. Behind the net, Nick McKenzie throws it around to the right side, kept at the right point. Shot through traffic, cut down in front. Second chance will spit out to the left point, where will be picked up by Nelson. Back around the boards again, McKenzie. Now Sam Jaramillo got his first varsity goal on Saturday. These two teams playing on less than 48 hours rest. They both played on Saturday afternoon. As dumped in by Jacob Bruno, the Raiders will use the opportunity to change the lines. A little over 2 minutes gone in the contest. We had the first shot about 5 seconds in and haven't had a shot since. Make it to either of the keepers. Ryan Lieneberry able to nudge that along. As Tim Avaska try to get there for Oakmont. Bad angle shot by the Red Raiders. Doesn't quite make it through to Wells. Back up the near side. Zohara into the zone. Top of the slot. Pestered by Wyatt Peters. Sent around for Lieneberry. Try to backhand it past Riggins. Matson at the left point tries the shot. Doesn't go much of anywhere. As Riggins, again, throws it around to the left side corner. Out of the reach of Lieneberry and everybody, can't be kept in. Goes back to the red line, where Evan Tebow will dump it back in. Delayed offsides against Oakmont. They've got a tag up. Raiders with a couple seconds to regroup. Pass for LeBlanc, just out of his reach as Ben Matson got his stick in the way. Raiders gain the zone, not able to keep it in. Have to come out and back in. Tebow behind his own net. Move it out to the far side. Pass out of the reach of Zach Saracen. He had 4 goals last year, which is a pretty decent chunk of the returning goal scoring for Oakmont. Max Bolak on 3 goals this season, tied for the team lead through 3 games. Caleb Jackala carried up on the near side. Spins it around the boards. McCrillis will slow it down behind the net and leave it for Wyatt Peters. Zach Robillard will go back to Peters. Blows a tire. No immediate pressure though, so he's able to get back on his skates, move it along. Puck now comes around to the left wing corner, back in the Raiders' end. As Saracen moves it along for Riggins. Already seen Riggins and Matson with a lot of ice time here in the early goings of this first half. Riggins out to the right point. Now cross for Matson. Got a bit of space, takes the shot, goes off of a body in front in Saracen. Not able to do much with that. Oakmont still controlling the zone. Definitely playing a strong game here. Nearly 5 minutes gone in the first half. And no score. Still sitting on shots at 1-0. As the two teams really having trouble getting situated in each other's zones. But Oakmont will go D to D back in their own end. Pass up on the near side for Jeremy Hansen. Hansen up the left side. Try to center it across. Raider gets in the way on that. That was Robillard. And another shot there. Ends up deflecting on goal off the stick of Cooper Hall, and McCrillis has to make the save on that. Another shot stick down by Wyatt Peters, and this time away from the cage. The left side, Nelson. Left wing corner. We'll come back to Nelson on the left half boards. Another give and go pass. And that was misread badly by Nelson. Tried to go to the right point, but Sam Jaramillo was waiting there, and he's not wearing the right jersey. Bruno with the shot. That's the first shot on target for the Red Raiders, and the save made by Cathal Wells. Hold for a draw, 16:43 to go in the first half of play. No score. And shots sitting at just 2-1 in favor of Oakmont. Shots in the game on Saturday for the Spartans. They were outshot by Grand Dunstable 30-13, but were still able to put 3 on the board against the Crusaders, who are a Division III team normally compared to Oakmont being a 3A. So you kind of expect a higher degree of challenge playing against a Grand Dunstable team like that. Leominster also a Division III team. I believe everyone else, as there's a shot there that goes wide to the right. Leominster and North Middlesex are Division IIIs as well. Everybody else, I believe, is a 3A. Trying to hit the tight angle there was Riley LeBlanc. LeBlanc still looking for his first goal on the season. He does have 4 assists. Assisting on 4 of the 9 goals for the Red Raiders this season. We'll call offsides here with 15:50 to go in the first half. 2 22.5-minute halves used in Pod 2 this season as part of the COVID rule changes. Try to get the games done a little bit quicker. There are going to be 3 games here at the Civic Center today. For instance, the game after us at 1:30, Wilmington Bromfield will be playing North Middlesex, and North Middlesex will finally get to start their season. They'll be the last team in Pod 2 to get their season underway. Cooper Hall, left wing corner in the Spartans' end for the Red Raiders. It's off for Jaramillo. And now a shot through traffic from Robillard. Makes its way to Wells. Pads that one away, I believe. Now Oakmont trying to transition with numbers. Mishakala now off for Saracen. The shot, the save by McCrillis. They'll hold for a draw. McCrillis a little over a dozen saves on Saturday. He's tested a couple of times, but Fitchburg Monty Tech able to outclass Gardner, as was kind of expected. Although Mark Quinn standing on his head for the Wildcats to keep the score respectable. Held a Raider team that had scored 8 on them twice the previous year to just 4. Finished officially with 46 saves, the freshman netminder for Gardner did. Right now shots 3-2 in favor of Oakmont. As Colin Hines on the far side gains the zone, moves the left wing corner around to the right, drops off for Peters. Had trouble holding on to it, plenty of space though to recover. Gets the shot redirected towards goal by Hines, and the save made by Wells. Had to get the pads down quickly there. A bit slower, would have snuck right by. In the right wing corner, now you see the players scrummaging for it. Just keeping enough space to keep the play alive. As Kyle Vogel will clear it down the ice. And with just enough move that it doesn't make it to the goal line, so no icing. And Oakmont will change the lines and keep the play going. Wyatt Peters will retrieve the puck back in his own end behind the net. Hansen trying to pick it away for Oakmont. And now Riley LeBlanc carries it up the near side. LeBlanc centered across for Hines, hops over his stick. He keeps control of it. Hines drops to the point, stepping up and taking the shot is Peter Stevens. That cut down in front, I believe goes off of Drake Nelson for Oakmont. Shots 3-3. As we're approaching 9 minutes gone in this first half of play. Score remains the same as it started, 0-0. The last time these two teams played near the end of last season, they couldn't find a goal between them. They played 45 minutes and couldn't find any goals there. As there's a shot that goes wide. Jake Bourne and Garrett Johnson with dueling shutouts for the two sides. Morin and Johnson played both games for Oakmont and Fitchburg Monty Tech respectively last season. And so two different keepers in goal this year. There's a couple chances there for Oakmont. Jeremy Hansen just tenacious in his opportunities there. Give McCrillis a save on all of that. The Raiders back in their own end. Stevens' pass is picked. He's holding him a bad angle. Trying to take the shot was O'Hara. Ends up going behind the net instead. That pops up in the air, goes over the net. Stays in play. O'Hara getting tied up with Peter Stevens. Out in that left wing corner, Hall trying to move it to Jaramillo. And the Red Raiders just get it out of the zone and skate it up from Nick McKenzie. McKenzie gains the blue line, takes the shot, hits the crossbar. Oh, so close to making it 1-0 there. There's a lot of pace there on the shot from Nick McKenzie, the sophomore defenseman. That had gone in and would have been his first varsity point. On the left side, Zach Saracen. Shot through traffic, hits a leg, goes away from the goal. And the net centered in front dangerously. Just couldn't settle on that. As a bouncing, hopping puck making its way to Saracen. Now Riley LeBlanc able to steal it, get a breakaway, on goal, shoots high and wide to the left. Tried to pick that top left corner, just a bit too much airtime on it. Well manufactured by LeBlanc, enforcing the turnover. 11:20 to go, first half, no score. We've had some chances now, haven't we? Matson waits for Saracen to get onside, now regains the zone, Hines right on him. Peters getting there as well, centered again. Looking for a Spartan in the slot, but a lot of Raiders there to get in the way of that. Now middle of the line change. Max Bolak tries to take the 80-footer. That sticks down, but I believe they may rule that was stick down a bit too high there, above shoulder level. That would bring a stop to play. 10:53 to go here in the first half. See the shots favoring Oakmont just slightly, 4-3. Only counting the ones that get on target, but even if we're counting the ones that don't get on target, it's still pretty close. If we're counting all the total chances. A lot of blocked shots early on in this game. Hanula with the pass on. The right side, Oakmont with the space, the time, the shot! Oh my goodness, how did he not score on that? I thought for sure he had McCrillis beat. So O'Hara with some nice moves, but at the end, the puck does not make its way past. Comes around to the near side. For O'Hara, puts it across. Lienaberry gets a stick on that one. Was able to pull it out of the zone. Dump it down the ice. It's deflected off a stick, so no icing. Red Raiders get the line change and don't have to concede the defensive zone draw. All trying to intercept there. A lot of Spartans there to try to bother him. Jaramillo will take it. Sends it across one-timer. Wells gets over. Now another chance and another save by Wells. And he covers for the draw. Couple great chances there for the Red Raiders. The freshman Cathal Wells trying to stand tall. It's actually the first time this season that the Red Raiders have played a team that's not playing their first game of the season. as these postponements have wreaked havoc on the schedules in the early going. But then again, even for Oakmont, this is just their second game of the season. So it's not like they're that much fresher. The late line change will mean that the center gets kicked out of the draw. So Riggins had to take it instead. Spartans able to control it though. Self-pass not working out too well there for the Spartans. Down the near side boards. Hansen and Matson trying to keep it in. They do just that. Goes to the left wing corner, Jeremy Hansen. Out to the left side, we have a whistle. Some players getting tangled up with each other there, I believe, in Zach Robillard and Patrick O'Hara. We'll see what we have. It's looking like they're calling penalties on both players here. That would be the impression that I get. So Zach Robillard goes to the box for Fitchburg Monty Tech.
4 minutes. I know 2 because they're gonna play. I got it.
Now Patrick O'Hara, the senior forward, will come over. He'll serve a penalty as well.
He should go on the bench, and the guy
They do
that's
put a
gonna
penalty
come
on the
out
board
after 2
against
minutes is going to the
Robillard,
box.
but if it's matching minors, those typically cancel out at the FHS level. Jim LaPointe talking with the coaching staff, the officials trying to get an idea exactly how they're calling the penalties here. Now Robillard will come out of the box. They may decide that if he's serving a 10-minute misconduct, that maybe it'd be better for him to sit on the bench away, in the stands, just so they keep the room for further penalties, because there is a capacity limit of 1 player in the box. So if a second player goes into the box, that second player has to sit in the stands on the bench in such a place. And now, looks like maybe an extra penalty against Robillard because they put Maverick Ovashon in the box. And with the extra one up there, maybe a 2 and 10. And they have Robillard go into the stands so that he can serve his misconduct there. But the extra penalty would mean that Oakmont's going to get the first power play of this contest with 9:27 to go in the first half. That's where we stand right now. Penalty on the board for Robillard, but it looks like Abishon will serve. And as Robillard takes a seat in the stands, his penalties won't expire until the end of the first half anyway, until after that. The locker rooms are closed, so players who would normally be sent to the there.
Patrick O'Hara, 2-minute minor for roughing. Raider penalty, number 25, Zach Robillard. 2 minutes for cross-checking and 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 13:03.
Okay, so that's interesting. It's ultimately 2 minor penalties against Robillard.
2 minutes for roughing.
So the extra 2 goes on the board. It's not a misconduct.
2 minutes for roughing, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
So it's roughing and cross-checking. And because they cancel out 1 penalty each, but they don't cancel out the other penalty, so it just leaves 2 minutes on the board for the Raiders to serve. And Abishon will serve the relevant penalty. He'll be released from the box after that one expires. O'Hara will stay until the first whistle after 2 minutes. Robillard will be able to get back on the ice after 4 minutes of serving. 115-foot shot for the Red Raiders, and now a turnover there as the first to arrive was a Red Raider in Max Bolak. Well, that could have been nasty for Oakmont. You could see a shorthanded goal like that. Right now, Oakmont having a lot of trouble regaining the zone. An interference called as Nick McKenzie was knocked down with the puck well away. And there goes the power play for Oakmont. Blake Riggins will go to the box for the interference. So we'll go 4-on-4 now. I myself didn't see the contact, but I could see just by how everything had developed there. Being a player with the puck well away, highly frowned upon in the sport of ice hockey. We hope McKenzie's all right as well. So 4-on-4 for 38 seconds, and then the Red Raiders will have their first power play of the contest. They'll play forward side. The draw comes to the left of Capital Wells. 5 saves for Spencer McCrillis, 6 for Wells. Under 8 to go in the first half. Still no score. Rising shot from Peter Stevens rises a little too high. That'll be sent all the way down. That's going to be icing. Nobody's allowed to ice the puck at even strength. So 19 seconds remaining on the far side. And the draw will now move to the right side of Capital Wells. Draw controlled by the Red Raiders, but Bolak bothered heavily. Gets a shot off. It's off the post, now dancing on the goal line. Does not find its way into the net. Even with it being dislodged there. And you can see how strong a player Max Bolak is with 3 Spartans on him.
First half. Wiggins, 2 minutes for interference at 14:26.
3 Spartans on him, gets a shot off, goes off the post. And then as Wells is scrambling, trying to get on top of it. More chances there. Another shot stopped by Wells. Puck pops up in the air, lands to the side of the net. Spartans will get on top of that. Abishon's out of the box. And the Raiders back to full strength. They'll have their first power play of the contest. Raiders were 1 for 2 on the power play against Gardner. They're 2 for 12 on the season. That spit all the way down, and now the Spartans are on the kill, so they may very much ice it. Trying to create a shorthanded opportunity is Jackala, but they just push the puck away from the Red Raiders. Clear it out of the zone, but Oakmont's got it back in their own end. Happy to play keep away. And Matson reading that well enough to dump it in the direction of Peters, who was coming off for a change. He couldn't make a play on the puck even if he wanted to. Raiders will now regain the zone from Sam Jaramillo. Jaramillo in the right circle, takes the shot, stopped by Wells, and it's spin all the way back down again. Grillis will stop it in the corner. Now for LeBlanc, challenged there by 1 Spartan. Hansen winds and fires, but puts that well wide to the right. But he's fine with that, that killed more time. Now less than 10 seconds to go on the power play for the Red Raiders. It's spit down the ice again. They're not going to get another shot on this man advantage. So by the time they can even get out of the zone, Blake Riggins will be out of the box, and the Spartans back to full strength. So both teams with an abbreviated power play thus far, but not much going. It's Jacob Pruno gains the zone, knocked down. And the Spartans will dump it down the ice. is going to make it to the goal line for icing. That'll bring it all the way back down with 5:42 to go in the first half, no score. The last time there was a goal between these two teams was in their first meeting. Ben Matson got the tying goal with 33 seconds to go in their first meeting, which that game ended in a 2-2 draw. That was the season opener for both teams last year, December 14th, 2019. And a last-minute goal, turning what could have been very well a win for the Red Raiders into a draw. I'm thinking that game against Lunenburg Air Shirley, as that's gloved by McCrillis, took deflection there and only blow the whistle once one of the Spartans skates close enough. But all the Red Raiders surrounding McCrillis there, not letting Oakmont get any chances on a rebound. But yeah, that first game of the season for the Red Raiders against Lunenburg Air Shirley wasn't in the last minute, but in the second to last minute, Nathan Handy getting that tying goal. So it must have been especially more frustrating for the Red Raiders to have a win turn into a tie that way, considering that the same thing happened the previous year in the season opener. That'll be offsides. Colin Hines just couldn't hold the line. He tried, though, tried to get his skate out there, hold it over the blue line, but his momentum took him away from the line. And since then, the Red Raiders picking up the wins over Littleton and Gardner. As we mentioned, these two teams playing also a second time last year. They couldn't find a goal between them. Still haven't been able to find a goal between them today. 1 tick under 5 to go in the first half of play. No score. Shots 9-5 in favor of the Red Raiders. So something like about 63 minutes of hockey played between these two teams without a goal, going back to their last meeting. There's a shot that goes hard off the boards, wide to the right. Picked up looking for a wraparound chance, nothing there. Another backhand shot, and Wells able to make the stop there at point-blank range. Hines had the backhand on that one. And when you're shooting on your backhand like that, you're not going to have all of the accuracy that you would like. Probably put it into that Spartan press there. But you do what you can with the shot. It's the only meeting scheduled between these two sides this season. Peter Stevens with the shot. That's cut down by a Spartan front. Hanula tries to race that one down. Now O'Hara. Bolak able to dispossess, take it away. Try to break right on goal. But Wells holding the post down. Now Hines behind the net. A lot of players there for Oakmont to try to take that one away. Riley LeBlanc. Now Hines. Bolak going behind the net. Battling with Tebow. Eventually taken by O'Hara. Gets the pass up for Jeremy Hansen. Delayed offside. And now they'll blow the whistle for that. By blow the whistle, we mean push the button on the electronic whistle. I really do like those. I could think of some other sports where it feels like that would make things a lot easier in terms of adjudicating the contest. Because you can blow the whistle, but then immediately give off those verbal commands and explain to players why they've just blown the whistle. You don't have to interrupt yourself to blow the whistle. You can talk and blow it at the same time. Oakmont carrying it up from O'Hara. O'Hara to the left dot. Tries to push it towards goal, having trouble there. Now the puck somewhere under McCrillis. How did it get there? Ultimately, the puck finds its way under McCrillis, and he's able to hold for a draw. That got a bit adventurous. Draw will come to his right. 6 saves for the senior netminder for Fitchburg Monty Tech. One of many Monty Tech students on this roster. In fact, the vast majority of this Fitchburg Monty Tech team are Bulldogs, 15 in all. Spit through the paint, the top of the paint, comes to Lena Berry. Backhanded along by Robillard, since he was only serving 4 minutes, now eligible to come back. Getting up the right side. Mara continues to protect. It's Lena Berry, backhands it. Padula with the pressure, Hansen gently centers it. McCrillis with the poke. Back to the decor. Drake Nelson with the pass off, far side, Robillard. Sends it around the boards. Thibault, Jaramillo, trying to force a turnover. Him and Cooper Hall team up there, bad angle shot, not much going there. Still trying to push in center in front. This youthful line out there for the Red Raiders. 3 of their 4 freshmen out there in Jaramillo, Hall, and Pruno. Hall gets a shot, goes off the side of the net. Jaramillo will pick it up in the right wing corner. 2:10 to go in the first half. Robillard with another shot. That one sticks down. Thibault picks it up. Moves to the far side for Oakmont. Spartans just trying to get it out of the zone. Hansen will settle it on the near side. Gains the red, dumps in, goes off the pants of one of his teammates. They can't go much more than that. Jaramillo gains the blue line. Will just float it into the zone. The tired legs will change for the Red Raiders with 1:35 to go in the first half. Still looking for a goal between these teams. Shots now 12-6 in favor of the Red Raiders. Robillard keeps it in at the point. Now Hines can't get a clean backhand off. 2 Spartans right on top of him. Nelson around the boards, the right side. Peters looks for a tip from Hines, gets the tip, but it goes wide to the left of the goal. Behind the net, Blake Riggin, 6 goals, 13 assists last year for the Spartans. Robillard has trouble gloving that down. The leading point scorer returning for Oakmont and Riggins. Under 60 seconds to go in the half. Puck goes off a Red Raider and into the Oakmont bench. Oakmont led by third-year head coach Mike Duteau. The Spartan team last year 7-8-6. Got into the playoffs with a .500 record, but lost to Hopedale in the quarterfinals. I feel like I'm going to find a way to reference Hopedale's hockey team on every one of these FATV broadcasts, because it feels like they always keep coming up in some way. The interesting squad from Southeast Worcester County. .30 seconds to go in the first half. As that top line for the Red Raiders trying to dig the puck out. Patrick O'Hara for Oakmont. Behind his own net, moves it around to the near side on the self-pass. Now spit around the boards. Peters trying to turn that towards goal. Took a couple of changes in direction. Didn't quite make it to the keeper. Another shot, but an easy block there for Ben Matson, who was already down. Another shot by Robillard, another block for Ben Matson. And before they can get another shot off, the buzzer's going to sound. And just like that, we are at the end of the first half of play. We mentioned goals are hard to come by between these two teams, and it's still the case here. At the intermission, we remain scoreless. But not for a lack of effort. 12 shots on target for the Red Raiders compared to just 6 for the Spartans. 12 saves for Kappa Wells, 6 saves for Spencer McCrillis. Fitchburg very much was gaining the majority of chances, but Oakmont doing so well to block shots and help their goalkeeper out. And they know how much they need to help out their keepers with the relative inexperience. Wells just playing in his first varsity game just 2 days ago. His first varsity start, I should say, his second career game from what we've been able to gather. Meanwhile, you've got a goalie on the other end in Spencer McCrillis in his 5th varsity season. And Wells will have a chance to get 5 varsity seasons as well, getting that bit of playing time as an 8th grader. But yeah, a lot of great chances for both sides. Fitchburg definitely had more of the chances, but still, these goalies remain unbeaten. As we'll take a break here from the Wallace Civic Center. It's halftime here on Hockey Morning in Fitchburg. The score, Fitchburg Monty Tech 0, Oakmont 0. Hockey Night. Let's see, Hockey Morning in Fitchburg on FATV. Back here at the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University. Hockey Morning in Fitchburg rolls on as the Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders take on the Oakmont Spartans. Through one half of play, the score is just as it was at the beginning of the game, 0-0. Daniel Bolak here with you, with our wonderful FATV crew. Robin Como's directing, Travis Falk also in the truck, doing the many things he does to help get this broadcast up. Matt Murdoch and Kat Chandler on camera today. And we thank our crew for helping out and bringing this game to you here on this Monday morning. But yep, through one half of play, shots 12-6 in favor of the Red Raiders. 6 saves for Spencer McCrillis, 12 saves for Cathal Wells. Got a tip from a reliable source that his given name is Cathal and not Cathal. Didn't have a chance to run down pronunciations with any of the coaches before the game. Bit of a challenge to do in the era of social distancing, but it is what it is. Try to do the best we can. But regardless, 12 saves for the freshman in goal for the Spartans. He's gotten a lot of support from his defense, and Oakmont knows the defense has to be strong this season to help support the young netminders. Jake Morin put up incredible numbers last year, had a goals against around 2 and save percentage in the 920s. That's a luxury to have at the high school level, is a goalie with those stats. So when he graduates and you're left with a freshman and an 8th grader in goal, you're not quite sure what you're going to have. But for Cathal Wells, a little bit of trial by fire, but making his way. We'll see what he can bring to the table for Oakmont in the years to come as Saracen takes a shot, rings off the iron, and into the netting and out of play. And so, just like in the first half, Oakmont gets the first good scoring chance. It only took a few seconds to get their first shot in the contest, and then we went several minutes without any shots. Then not even 20 seconds into the second half, a shot rung off the iron there. These two teams have played a little over 68 minutes of hockey between each other without a goal scored between them. That second meeting between these two teams back on February the 13th, I believe it was, of last year. That ended in a 0-0 draw. Then December the 14th of 2019, the last time these two teams played in Ashburnham, that game ended in a 2-2 draw. It's an interesting way of splitting the meetings. The year before, in 2018-19, these two teams split it the more traditional way, with each team taking a victory. But they split the meetings last year by both games ending in a tie. There were no winners. Will we find a winner today? It's not guaranteed. There's a shot and a save by Saracen. Dangerous rebound and another shot, and that's off the paddle of McCrillis. Able to knock it away with the stick. Matson with the shot, goes wide to the left. Stevens tries to get out of the zone, but that's kept in. Oakmont controlling the play in the opening minute of this second half of play. As the puck pinballs around. On the near side, Fitchburg just trying to get it out. I think the entire half it's been in the Red Raider half of the ice. And Oakmont's already got 3 shots on target in this second half as well. Halfway to matching their total from the first half. Coming out strong and buzzing. And one of the challenges for the Red Raiders, they have played better in the first half than in the second half in their season thus far, and that was something that plagued them a little bit last year as well. They're just better in the first 22 and a half minutes. And even Saturday against Gardner, even though the goals are the same in the second half as they were in the first, 2-2, the shots, there were far more shots in the first half than they were in the second. Cooper Hall up the right side. Now, if they would get a goal in this second half, it would be a much better second half for the Red Raiders compared to the knock there from the first. Robillard tried to get the shot through traffic. Now another chance in front, and Wells able to get on top of that. See Aiden Plant trying to block the shot by squeezing his skates on the puck. Let's slip through past that. And then the additional chance there on Wells. He's able to gobble that one up. First shot on goal for the Red Raiders in this second half. Draw will come to the left to Wells. Pops over the stick of Pruno. Robillard just trying to keep that one in. It's a very bouncy, happy puck there. And now cleared out of the zone. Wyatt Peters will have to race that one down. Stretch pass out of the reach of Hall. Over to the near side it comes. Robillard and Peters trying to get on the same page here. Try to dig it out on the near side. Hall trying to push it out of the zone. Now will be able to gain it. Cooper Hall, right side, tries the shot, tries to get that left side post. They're going to call the offsides on that, just barely exited the zone. That one, the last shot there, just whistling a little bit offline to the left. Each team in the first half of play, 2 penalties for 4 minutes. Each team went 0 for 1 on the power play. Due to those penalties coming in close proximity, neither team has had a full 2 minutes to use on the advantage. We had abbreviated power plays for both teams with the overlaps. Peters with the shot, but that's offline. Oakmont gets to it first, and Matson shakes off a hit there. Jacala on the far side. Backhands it around. McCrillis will settle behind. With time, but now the 2 Spartans converge in the right wing corner. Fitchburg just able to get it out of danger. On the near side, Robillard tries to move it across in the self-pass. Eventually comes to Riley LeBlanc. LeBlanc brushed it off the puck by Ben Matson. Oakmont pushing the puck out to the neutral zone. Saracen dumping it in. Push towards McCrillis. He'll stick that one away. Max Bolak up the center of the ice. Gained the blue, backhanded it in, but it's gloved down by Hanula. Gains the right side. Now trying to go right to goal. Hines got his stick in the way now. Center in front, point blank one-timer. But he got all McCrillis there. And hand pass indicated. That will go against Oakmont because I believe you are allowed to hand pass it in your own end. You're not allowed to hand pass it in the attacking end. So the draw is going to come all the way down to the left side of Paul Wells. 18:10 to go, second half. No score between these two teams. Draw. A lot of it about going for the draw. Loose puck left side. There's a shot saved by Wells. Another chance backhanded. And Wells got that one too. Everyone converging on the blue paint. Everything happening there. But for Oakmont fans, breathing a sigh of relief as Wells gets up and you can see the puck still clearly in the blue paint. Each team still looking for a goal with under 18 to go in this contest. That one deflects towards goal, and Wells takes no chances there, holds for a draw. No overtime in pod number 2, so if we don't find a goal in the next 17 minutes and 46 seconds, then we're not going to get one today. And loyal and true FATV watchers know we did a game last year between Fitchburg State and UMass Dartmouth where there were no goals for 65 minutes of play. So it's not to say it can't happen. Bruno tries to get a shot blocked, second chance. Badly misfired. Hall trying to stay to the skates. Now for Bruno as they switch places. Back to that right wing corner. Hall really having trouble staying on the skates there. Second time he stumbled in about 15 seconds. May need to get them resharpened or something. Pinballing around in the neutral zone. Nick McKenzie. Jeremy Hansen with the steal. All the Raiders converge on him. They get it just out of the zone. Will be picked up by Tim Avaska. Dumped in, but that was from behind the red line. That's icing. Not what Oakmont needed there. Avaska, senior defenseman, but he is a first-year Spartan. He and Cole Swanson returning to ice hockey after having previously given up the sport. Information coming from the Gardner News. Their wonderful preseason preview. Sent into the slot, not much going there. Max Volak skating it up the ice. 2 Spartans close in on him. He has the puck down. Delayed penalty, takes the shot, goes off the pipe. Just trying to pick that bottom right corner. Still delayed penalty, another shot. Bounces through the traffic. Picked up by Hall. Extra attackers on for the Red Raiders. That board there may very well be 2 penalties against Oakmont here. As the official you see on our near side had the initial call, but the other official skates over with his arm raised to blow the whistle there. Not good news for the Spartans. They're going to be going on the penalty kill, but maybe 2 players going on the penalty kill. It's not going to be 2 players going in the box. As we mentioned, there's capacity limits. Isaac Hanula is really not happy with what's developed here. He's going to have to skate to the bench and serve the penalty there, if that is indeed against him. So we'll see what goes up on the board. So Hanula has 2 on the board there. And Matson's in the box as well. I believe he had the initial penalty. So with how they end up having to do things, since they can only put 1 person in the penalty box to serve these penalties at a time, the other players that have to serve penalties have to sit on the bench and then be trusted not to come on the ice until their penalty is expired. Not under the watchful eyes of Jim LaPointe, longtime scoreboard operator here at the Civic Center. So Hanula's penalty is the only one on the board right now. But Oakmont with only 3 skaters on the ice. And now Matson's goes up as well. And so this is going to be a big chance for the Red Raiders. A 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. This is certainly a chance for them to get a goal here. As prime as you'll ever see. Riley LeBlanc holds on the left point for Max Bolak.
For Isaac Hanula. 2 minutes for elbowing. Spartan penalty on number 3, Ben Matson. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of those penalties, 6:43 of the second half. That was Hanula elbowing, Matson cross-checking. 2 minutes.
Cross-checking against Ben Matson and elbowing against Isaac Hanula. So big power play opportunity for the Red Raiders. It's Pruno. 3 goals from 3 games. Like to keep that streak alive. Oakmont can't gain the zone. And now Max Bolak, far down, he scores! And for as dangerous as Jacob Pruno's been, it's the most dangerous player of all, Max Bolak, who finally breaks the ice. 15:31 to go in the game. The Red Raiders have the first goal. We'll have the replay there. As he holds, and look at that snipe. Brilliantly taken. Oakmont calls their timeout. No, Fitchburg calls the timeouts. They've got 1 goal on this power play, and now they're looking for a second. I believe the Raiders had option on who gets to come out of the box there, and they've chosen to take Matson out of the penalty box because they had penalties with equivalent amounts of time left. So Max Bolak gets his 4th goal of the season, the senior forward. To take that 1-0 lead. Jim will get that goal on the board as soon as he can. The scoreboard you see on the top of your screen wired into the scoreboard here at the Civic Center. Cooper Hall and Sam Jaramillo will get the assists. Jaramillo's 3rd assist of the season. Cooper Hall's 4th assist. He had 3 against Gardner on Saturday. The power play will continue for another minute as it's 1-0. LeBlanc takes a shot. Down in front, they score! And the Raiders do cash in big time. 2 penalties against Oakmont, 2 goals to show for it. The Raiders lead 2-0. Sam Jaramillo leads the handshake line. Became a mess out in front. The Raiders able to cash in twice. 2 goals in 13 seconds. So a rare instance where a team takes 2 penalties in 1 run of play, and the Raiders make them pay to the maximum, cashing in twice, breaking that long shutout streak between the 2 sides, and now a 2-0 lead for Fitchburg Monty Tech. Bruno and LeBlanc get the assists on the goal from Jaramillo, his 2nd of the season. That's the first career assist for Jacob Bruno. So now he's scored a point in all 4 of his varsity games as Bolak gains the zone. Take that shot looking for that bottom left corner, just misfired a little bit. Bolak now team leading 4 goals this season. 4th game of the campaign. Has now scored in 3 of them. Had the 2 goals against Gardner. Hines will try to run this one down on the left side boards. Push towards goal. Caldwell get on top of that and cover. So 2-0. The Red Raiders leading now. Back-to-back power play goals. So 13 seconds apart. But under pressure, sometimes you fail at math. 18 seconds apart is more accurate. 18 saves for the freshman netminder. It's a turnaround chance there. Whistle's just wide. Robillard trying to keep it in, finding Riley LeBlanc out of his reach. Does Ryan LeBlanc carry that up, if I can read the number correctly. Here's Hanula out of the box. Had a goal and an assist 2 days ago. He'd be more than happy to duplicate that feat if he could at all, do. Hines. Pushed on for Bolak on the far side. Playing some strong keep away there as Robillard will have it now on the near side. Gains the blue. Has to push towards. But now Oakmont. More covered on the far side. Lost there LeBlanc with a shot saved by Wells. LeBlanc's got a team leading 5 assists on the campaign. Still no goals for the sophomore forward. He had 6 assists last season from 9 goals. That one flying high over the net there for the Spartans. Estivo with the shot. Now Ben Batson takes the shot, got the redirection from Bolak, nearly had that one on his own keeper. But McCrillis able to batten down and make the save. The right wing corner, Oakmont trying the jam play here. Mosh pit in the paint. But nothing more coming of it for the Spartans. Hansen, his centering pass only finds a Red Raider. Now that's sent out of the zone in numbers for the Red Raiders. LeBlanc overskated for a breakaway, trying to feed Jaramillo. Tebow gets the stick in there. Well placed, that would have been a very dangerous one-timer. Cooper Hall. Bounce pass off the boards for Peter Stevens, but didn't get the right angle on that one. And so taken by the Spartans instead. Jakula behind the net. Wants to center, looking for Saracen in the slot. The Raiders won't let him get that pass off. Saracen trying to pick it up now for Oakmont, battling with Pruno. That's turned towards goal, paddled away by McCrillis. On the far side, Stevens trying to move that along. There's a Red Raider down there as well in a prone and dangerous position. I think they would have blown the whistle there even if we didn't have social distancing rules there. They'll stay in the zone with 11:16 to go in the second half. It's Fitchburg Monty Tech 2 and Oakmont 0. Oakmont with a very healthy roster of 21 players, 7 seniors, 8 juniors, 3 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and an 8th grader. They don't co-op with anybody. They don't need to co-op with anybody. They did co-op with Narragansett a few years ago. Narragansett now co-oping with Gardner. One of those rare Division 3A teams that don't need anybody else's help. They could go at it by themselves. A couple touches in the direction of goal, but McCrillis gets the stop there. Not quite the case for the girls hockey team, which coincidentally enough, Oakmont's girls hockey team co-ops with 2 schools, Fitchburg and Monty Tech. That's turned towards goal again. And so the classmates of all these players you see on the ice, for girls hockey, they all play on the same team. But they'll keep them separated from boys hockey. And Oakmont normally playing up at Cushing Academy. Not able to do so this year due to the pandemic. Have to play at the Veterans Skating Rink in Gardner, which we were at 2 days ago. It's not the first time Oakmont's played home games there, so it's not like it's a completely foreign experience to them. But just a way of having to change things up a little bit. with the pandemic as it is. We've seen Grand Dunstable and Littleton, who normally play at the Groton School. They have to play here at the Civic Center their home games. That's why when Oakmont played against Grand Dunstable 2 days ago, it was right here in Fitchburg as opposed to being in Groton. And that's going to be a penalty because if you slash a stick out of somebody's hands, you have to go for 2 minutes. It's one of those rules of thumb. Trying to get the stick to dispossess, but Cooper Hall knocked it clean out of Isaac Canula's hands. And you cannot do that. So power play number 2 upcoming for the Spartans with 10:13 to go in the game. Oakmont 0 for 1 on the power today. Didn't even get the full 2 minutes before they had that one wiped out due to an interference call. Now out in front, a great chance for the Spartans, but McCrill is able to get over and make the stop. They'll officially call the penalty a hook. It's one of those, you can call it one thing, you can call it another thing. At the end of the day, it's still 2 minutes. Draw will come to the left of McCrillis. Blake Riggins to the right point. Now across Ben Matson. Wanted to take the shot, but a change of direction will send it into the right wing corner. Jackala. The right wing corner, tries to get it back to the right point. There's Hanula. Push it along the right side boards. Stevens battling there. And Bolak will take it up. Carried out of the zone. 2 Spartans on him. Bolak able to use his skills to keep the puck away and kill precious seconds on this power play for Oakmont, who trailed by 2-0 with 9:15 to go in the game. On the near side, Riggins has it poked off his stick, gets it back, Hanula. Pass up the right side for Matson. Goes off the referee. Lucky for Oakmont, would have gone out otherwise. Referees are part of the playing surface. They get in the way, that's something you just have to deal with. Everyone tags up, and not properly either. Had trouble gaining the line properly, and so that's a free clear for the Red Raiders. And a lot of seconds ticking off the clock there, as they have to skate it all the way down to pick it back up. Here's O'Hara. Now they can finally regain the zone legally. 10 seconds to go on the power play for Oakmont. On the right side, that pass goes for no one in particular. Jeremillo the first to arrive. A simple nudge down the ice, and Cooper Hall is released from the sin bin. The Raiders return to full strength. Now 8 minutes to go in the game. 2-0. They're out in front. Thibault gets in there, gets a shot high off the glass. Riggins out to the right point. Thibault getting there. Pops away from the stick of Riggins. Now looking for that wraparound chance. But nobody there on the other side after it fell off the stick. O'Hara on the left side. Now for Hansen. Pruno getting in the way of that. Jeremillo pops away from Pruno. Now he'll have it up the right side. Pruno gets the shot off. And that's knocked away by Wells. Raiders change lines. To the near side, Hanula. Up for Saracen. Closed off by everybody, was 1 against 4. Hawks over the stick of Hanula. Back to the neutral zone, Caleb Jackala. Go D to D there, more or less. Saracen dumped into the board C, spits it into the zone. It's on target, so McCrillis has to knock that one down with the stick. Around to the near side of Brassard. Gets it out of the zone for Hines. Nudges it forward. Knocked down by Tebow. Don't know if it would have gotten to goal. It's a question that doesn't have to be answered with the touch. That one will be an icing as it whistles past Wyatt Peters and all the way down. 6:26 to go in the game. 2-0 Red Raiders in front. Shots are even in the second period. 10-10 for the game. 22-16 in favor of the team clad in white with red. Raiders trying to match Lunenburg Air Shirley's pace at the top of the pod. Lunenburg Air Shirley 3-0-1. Fitchburg Monty Tech 2-0-1. Grand Dunstable with the one other win in the pod. Oakmont and Gardner each on 1 loss. Littleton, Bromfield, and Leominster each on 2 losses. And North Middlesex will finally get things underway in maybe a little over an hour or so. Around the boards, right wing corner. Now behind the net, Hall intercepts. Tries to protect. That's it being a self-pass. Backhand! Does not quite make it there. Now another shot that whistles wide. Now centered through the blue paint, out the other side. Oakmont tries to protect there. Left side shot goes off the glove of Wells. And offline to the right. The right wing corner. Jaramillo tries to center. A delayed penalty here as Oakmont touches up just as McCrillis gets to the bench. Interference is the call. And it's Ben Matson going back to the penalty box. The senior captain not too pleased. The last time he went to the box, he and Isaac Hanula both took penalties on the same run of play. Red Raiders got a 5-on-3 out of it. They scored. Got a standard man advantage. They scored on that as well. Now we'll see if Fitchburg Monty Tech can find a 3rd goal on the power play today. There's Max Bolak. Give him all that time and space. That's just asking for trouble. He didn't miss that top left corner by very much. One push towards goal. Oh, my goodness! It's a shorthanded goal for Oakmont! As McCrillis couldn't play it cleanly, and Isaac Hanula is the happiest man on the ice right now. He's just made it a 1-goal game. The junior defenseman with his 2nd goal in as many games. Let's have a look at the replay here and get a better look at what happened here. McCrillis tried to cover it. His glove goes down too late. He didn't have it covered. And Hanula right there to make him pay. And I imagine just like the last goal he conceded, he's been on a shutout streak for nearly 2 games worth of hockey. As Cooper Hall gets the shot and the stop made by Wells. The last goal he conceded was also a goal that I know McCrillis very much wants back. So he'll be a little frustrated with that.
Assisted by number 21.
So there was an assist on that goal, and it took Jim LaPointe a few seconds to find number 21 on that roster, because he's not on mine. Red Raiders still have 35 seconds to go on the power play. That was the first shorthanded goal they've conceded this season. A stumble behind the net, and it cleared down the length of the ice. Now Oakmont with under 4 to go. They're still in this game, and they darn well know it. As Hall protects on the right side with 10 to go on the power. Hines across Jaramillo, shot looking for a redirection in front. It's LeBlanc with the shot, Jaramillo looking for the tip. Couldn't get it well enough. Penalties over to Matson. He's back to full strength. The shot in front, Wells had trouble tracking it at first, but he's able to get down on it and cover. 3:23 to go in the game. 2-1, Red Raiders in front. No goals scored at 5-on-5 today. All 3 goals coming on the Red Raider man advantage. Strangely enough. Puck pops up in the air, out to the near side, under 200 ticks to go in the game. And that one turned to a bit of a mess. Pinballs around, goes to Polak right at the top of the slot. He'll take the free shot. That's a bit offline. On the near side, battling for it. Red Raiders will take it. Max Bolak's got 1 to beat. Bolak tries to beat him, but it takes pretty much everybody to take him out of the play. He's slow to get up, and they're going to stop play here because he's having a bit of trouble getting back up. Have the draw to the right of Cathal Wells. With 2:37 to go in the game. Well, Max is all right. Actually moved the draw out of the zone. Still to Wells' right, just a little farther away. Slips through the defenseman and all the way down to McCrillis. He'll settle it. On the near side. Rims it around the boards on the far side. Kyle Vogel trying to get there for Oakmont. Now the right point. Thibault with the shot. Saved by McCrillis. Rebound, stretching over, gets over there, and keeps it out. Matson across, looking for Thibault again. Stick from Jaramillo. Get in the way of that. Now under 2 to go. Wells just leaning on his Nets crossbar. Looking to the bench, seeing when he should come off. Won't be yet. Jacob Prudo's got some space. He cased the shot, and the glove saved by Wells. Here's a thunk as it finds the back of the glove on the left hand of Wells. Bruno's got a point in each of his first 4 varsity games. He's very much looking to keep that streak of goals going. Scored in each of the first 3. Bolak's back on the ice. You can see him and Isaac Kanula exchanging stick taps there. Kanula wanted to make sure his counterpart was all right. Each of them scoring the first goal for their respective side today. We'll have the other timeout in this game. Fitchburg called theirs earlier. Oakmont has theirs now with 97 ticks of the clock remaining. It's Fitchburg Monty Tech 2 and Oakmont 1. This Red Raider team going to try to finish this one out strong. They've already been bitten once this season by conceding a late goal, coming in the season opener against Lunenburg Air Shirley less than 2 weeks ago. Use that memory to prevent it from happening again. That's what I think Steve Lowney and his crew would like to preach there. Finish this game strong. And for Oakmont, They've been having challenges trying to beat McCrillis. They get that goal shorthanded to get themselves back in it. 24 saves for Cathal Wells, 18 saves for Spencer McCrillis. And Oakmont obviously using the opportunity to figure out exactly what they want to do in regards to gaining the zone, in regards to when Wells should come off for the extra attacker. But first off, before Oakmont can take Wells off for the extra man, they've got to get it out of their own end. The draw is going to be to one side of Cathal Wells. The freshman with 24 saves on the contest. Freshly rested lines out there. Matching the tops for both teams. Bolak carries behind the net, but again, it takes two Spartans to dispossess. How much skill he holds. Loose in the slot, they score! After the shot from Stevens was blocked in front, it comes right to Bolak. He gets his second of the game, and it's 3-1. The first even strength goal of the contest comes like that. And now the hope that Oakmont was holding, most of it's been snatched away, just like that. Wells is immediately off. He makes it to the bench, extra attackers on now. And Oakmont really does have to race to get to that puck. There is no one defending the net now. .60 seconds to go in the contest. That's caught up there. Give the second assist to Robillard. I believe it was supposed to be Stevens there who had that shot. That moves around. Hall has it. Tries to just put it past O'Mara. O'Mara stands tall there. LeBlanc with 30 seconds. Can't do much with it. O'Mara sends it around the board. 6-on-5. Extra skater out there for Oakmont. Red Raiders try to send it down. And LeBlanc, that sticks down and away. Now settled Sarazin. Comes in, spit out of the zone. 5 seconds left. Another shot from long distance. And they're going to call that a hold. And stop play with 2.1 seconds left. And McCrillis is wondering, why did you blow the whistle there? I totally did not have that covered at all. Some goalies in that spot would have actually gone straight up and went for the empty nets. Although I think that's a little much to ask for at the high school level if a goalie can send it all the way down. Regardless, 2.1 seconds left in this game. They'll drop the puck. Red Raiders will win the draw, run out the clock, and take the victory by a score of 3-1. A lot more shots in that second half. 15-14 in favor of the Red Raiders. And we got 4 goals in that period. Max Bolak with another brace. 2-goal game for him to keep that team lead there. Let's watch the replay there. There's the shot that banks off the skate. And Max Bolak able to get the quick shot before Cathal Wells can close the 5-hole. The insurance goal that helps put that game away for the Red Raiders and give them their 3rd win of the season. When the Red Raiders are happy to take. It took so long for them to be able to solve Cathal Wells and this Oakmont defense. But once they got those 2 penalties, those back-to-back penalties, those 2 power play goals paying out big. You see our coach, Robin Como, directing Travis Falk doing all the technical stuff for us today. Kat Chandler, Matt Murdoch, our camera people. Running the cameras today, and myself, Daniel Bolak, our 5-person crew here from the Civic Center in Game 1 of our doubleheader. All our remote productions underwritten by Workers Credit Union, Health Alliance, Unitil, Minuteman Press, Research Results, Hub International, the Sentinel Enterprise, Fitchburg State University, and Rollstone Bank and Trust. We thank them for helping make all of our remote productions possible. And the Red Raiders, again, happy to take the victory, 3-1 to go to 3-0-1 on the season. Oakmont falls to 0-2. Our next game here on FATV will be at 5:30. It'll be Fitchburg High girls basketball. So they'll take on the Panthers of Quabbin. We hope you'll be able to join us for that one as well. I think for all of us here at FATV, great game of hockey here this morning in Fitchburg. The Red Raiders coming away with it by a score of 3-1. So for everyone here at FATV, I'm Daniel Bolak saying thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next time. And until then, so long from Fitchburg.